Okay. It's crazy, but I feel like every time like I bend down to do something, or I tell my husband, I'm so glad I'm not pregnant anymore. It's just such a huge relief, and I'm just so happy to like start wetting my feet with you guys again and start just kind of working, little by little, dipping my toes into the job and everything. And so again, I'm just so thankful to you guys for being very graceful with me. So if I do celebration calls with you, if I do Coach Explore calls with you, if you feel you have a young mama who might want to be a coach or is interested and you want me to share my journey with them, please do not hesitate to reach out. I don't care where in the downline you are. If my story will resonate with your candidate, I am here for you 100% to share my story with your candidate. Just so you know that. Because I know that our stories are powerful when they connect with other people's stories. And that's what's the beautiful thing about what we do is you don't just have to stick to your upline and that's it. As we start becoming friends, and I know Melinda's story, I know Jamie's story, and I know Ashley's story, as we get to know each other in community, I can be like, oh, you know what? I have someone I'd love for you to meet. Let me connect you with my friend Jamie. And that's the beautiful thing about what we do is that we all have our individual stories, and you will find candidates that connect with each one of our stories. And at least starting with me, I want to let you know that you're more than welcome to let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help you guys. So anyway, I'm excited about that. I have a couple of announcements before we get started. One of the announcements is we definitely want to see more client integration in Ignite Health. As we were talking about it, we've noticed that the people that are mainly welcoming our clients is mainly coaches. But our goal is to involve our clients as much as we possibly can, because integration is key for them to become coaches in the organization, or for them to really be accountable on their journey. We want them to feel as comfortable as they possibly can in Ignite Health. And so this is why we always say don't give people the whistle. Like, don't whistle for people. Like, if they're having amazing transformations, encourage them to post. Don't post for them. For me, I cringe, and sometimes I will love on it and everything, because I don't want the client to feel like they're not, like they're not being supported. But at the same time, we enable them. We play the hero coach when we are the one posting for them, and then they're just kind of waiting to see who's going to love on them, right? And sometimes, yes, they may experience being outside of their comfort zone a little bit by, them posting, but the moment we all love on that individual, they start getting more comfortable. So just please make sure that you go ahead and that you do that, and that if you have a team that you're serving with, that you also encourage your team to do that, so that we foster that culture in this organization. And once it's your turn to fly out the nest, the Allen organization nest, exactly that's what you're going to be doing in your nest as well. Fostering the culture of integration so that your people can be empowered versus you empowering them. Okay. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys. Is there another announcement, Cynthia, that we had? I kind of forget.
There was another one, but I'm trying to.
Oh gosh, this is
relying on my brain is bad nowadays. But client integration, using each other for celebration calls.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Okay, so that's the one I wanted to touch on. Okay, when I just started as a coach, you've heard my story multiple times. I didn't have Jamil like hand and feet telling me, hey, Priscilla, how can I help you? Let me help you with this. I'm not Jamil's downline. I have a coach in between us. And so when I got started, my coach was active. Okay. So he helped me out a little bit and we did some things together. Then my coach went MIA. Okay. When my coach went MIA, I was just an executive director. I was not getting the time of day that I from a mentor, because Jamil wasn't mentoring me. He was mentoring his 12 executive directors, and I was 2 levels under that. And so I remember like not having someone to turn to. And I was like, okay, what do I do? I was afraid to reach out to him because I thought, oh my gosh, this is Jamil. Like, how am I going to reach out to him? I was, it was me as a baby coach, not knowing what to do. So I began looking at my sidelines, and I began saying, hey, Casey, I will do a celebration call with you if you do one with me. So literally we began side by side doing celebration calls with each other. And it's a good practice for you, okay? If you don't have a team that you're leading right now, it's still important that you learn how to do client celebration calls, because one day you are going to be leading them. And here's the thing, the client will never know if you did it the right or the wrong way. They never know. Just like a health assessment, they will never know if you did it the right way or the wrong way. When people are ready to listen, when people really want change, whatever you tell them, you throw rocks at them and say, okay, open your mouth, I'm gonna throw these in there and you're gonna change your life, they will open their mouth and they're gonna think that was really. So it's very important that right now that we start fostering another culture within our organization where we help each other out and we encourage each other out. And I used to do that all the time when I didn't have help. Until this day, Jamil doesn't really spend time with my clients. I'm not throwing him under the bus. I absolutely love him, but he doesn't spend time with my clients because he has a really, really massive organization. So what do? Cynthia helps me out. Linda helps me out. You know, a few people help me out with my calls in my downline because I don't have someone in upline to do it. And for instance, right now, after this, I'm going to be doing a coach explore call with another coach, a global director, Emily Yanez Flores. She asked me if I can do a Spanish coach explore call with her. And she told me, you let me know when you want me to help you with a coach explore call or you want me to help you with a client celebration call. So we help each other that way. So I want to encourage you guys, if you are not finding your upline to be right there present with you guys, and for me, my direct downline, it's been hard on them, bless their hearts. This whole week I've been MIA. People text me and I'm like, I can't text you back. I'm trying to find out how to deal with 4 kids, you know? So they're helping each other out. And I just want to foster that culture in our organization where we help each other out in the sidelines, right? Hey, you do one for me. And then when you need one for me, I will be here for you too. And this way we all get our practice in doing this. Okay. So that's the second announcement that I had. And I hope that the people that are not on right now actually see this recording so that they understand that this is what we want to start doing. So I quickly want to get into what we want to talk about a little bit today. I know that many of you guys are doing the March Madness series, right? Who's doing the March Madness series? Okay. How many, are you guys getting big shifts, big takeaway moments? Is it really working? Love it. Okay, I absolutely love it. March Madness is one of the best boot camps there, probably the best boot camp there is. That's the one that a lot of people experience crazy shifts. That's the boot camp that people make a decision to commit to Optavia. That's the boot camp that told me, Priscilla, you're throwing all your emotions out the window and you're working in structure and you're working, and it doesn't matter what happens, you made the decision to commit and to take this all the way to the top. And that's what March Madness does. And that's why I love March Madness. We want to attach to the March Madness a power hour, but this is going to be a little bit different. We've not had a power hour as a team in a while. And we want to set a time frame. Okay. We don't just want to say, hey, let's do a power hour. And then it just fizzles out. We want to select a time frame of 6 weeks where we have a starting point and we have an ending point so that we can see in those 6 weeks, which would be about, we're going to be doing it 3 times a week, which that would be what, 18 power hours? That would be 18 hours of pure intentional work. We want to see where that's going to lead us. So we want to get started next week. We plan on doing these power hours Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Those 3 days of the week. We have one day where we're going to have one morning and one evening session, just in case you have to work and you can't do it. But our goal is to track where we're at and how far we're getting with these power hours. Because sometimes I feel like we say, oh, I'm doing a power hour, but there's no fruit in the power hour. So sometimes maybe we need to correct the power hour. We need to see what's happening in the power hour, and we need to be intentional. Who was in Emily Flores's, Global Director Emily Flores's power hour? How amazing was that power hour? I was telling the girls earlier today, she's so structured. There is no BSing in that power hour. She sets the tone from the beginning, and you know that if you're in that power hour, it is to work. It is not to chit chat. It is not to be asking questions, not to try to figure things out. You are in there for intentional work. And so we want to do the same thing for our team right here. We want to do something like that where we structure it, and we are going to record a few of the power hours and put them in the file section so that say you missed a power hour, you can just go back to one of those recordings, press play, and work during that power hour. And you'll have that hour in recordings so that you can put it whenever. So if you can't attend any of the times, we will have the recordings in the unit section so that you can, in the evening time, you get home around 8 o'clock from work, you press play after dinner, the kids are asleep, and you do that 1 hour with the recording. So that's our plan, to have that intention, okay? It's going to be structured. Our goal is not to make it a chit chat time. So if you have a question, if there's something you have doubts about, we're going to go through the guidelines. You're going to put it in the chat. We're not going to ask it and unmute ourselves. We're not going to interrupt the hour of intentionality. We're going to have, whoever knows it will answer you in the chat, basically, because we want to maximize that 1 hour. Okay. And so we're going to go through the hub. Who's seen the hub in the past? Okay, cool. So Cynthia's going to go a little bit through the hub just in case you haven't seen what it is and what it looks like. But it basically is going to be, right, three different types of power hours based on what your goals are. And she's going to go a little bit through that, okay? And then we are going to track where we're at. We are going to track our first week, where we're at, how many clients we've brought on, how many coaches we brought on, how many coach explore calls we created, how many client celebration calls came out of that. And then we're going to track our growth for 6 weeks. And if we love it, yay. If it didn't work out, at least you committed 6 solid weeks to power hours, versus we just start these power hours and then they just eventually fizzle out. So we'll have a sense of purpose, a sense of direction, and a sense of ending to this power hour. Okay. What are your thoughts about that? Yes? Okay. So before I pass it to Cynthia so she can talk a little bit about the hub, I do want to talk a little bit about our client celebration calls and how they lead into coach explore calls, you guys, okay? Let me tell you guys, it's not hard. Okay, sometimes we overcomplicate things, and sometimes we take forever to do things that do not take too long to do. We take forever to do them. And sometimes we feel like we need to be spoon-fed these things and these trainings, but this business is very relational. This business is very conversational. I have a conversation heart to heart with Ashley, and my heart's going to connect with her heart. I can't tell her the right way or the wrong way. I'm not going to do it a right way or wrong way. Like if I connect with Ashley's heart, that's what this program and this business is all about. And everybody's going to have a different reason why they coach. So it's very hard to give you a guideline as to, okay, this is exactly how you're going to do it, because people are going to coach for different reasons. You need to get good at listening. Your skill has to be really good at listening to their story and how coaching can help them, but at the same time, how we find coaches for Optavia. Because here's the thing, Optavia is looking for certain type of people. We need to get good at finding those types of people, right? So I'll give you guys an example. I did a client celebration call today with one of my coaching partners, and I celebrated her client. He's doing amazing. And he told me, you know what? I went to church. He's like, I went to church. They celebrated the pastor's birthday. They had cake, they had cheesecake, they had all these things. And I did not touch it. He was like, I was so proud of myself. It was hard. He's like, but I was so proud of myself. I went home, I had my tilapia and my broccoli, and I felt like I won the day. Right. And I told him, oh my gosh, I was like, dude, that's amazing. That's awesome. I was like, how do you have that power to do that? And he said, well, I've been sober for 19 years. I've been alcohol free for 19 years. I'm celebrating 19 years of sobriety. He said, and if I can do that, then I can do anything else. You know what I thought? Oh my God, this guy's story is so inspiring. Like my hair's just stuck up when he was sharing with this passion, how proud he was. And so I was, you know what? I could have postured it with, sometimes people might think that I'm going to be like, oh, well, Optavia pays us really well to coach. That's not where that goes. Or Optavia gives you an amazing community. You should be a part of it. No, none of those go there. You know what I thought? Optavia can use someone as inspiring as this guy. His story is so inspiring. So what did I do? I came from that angle. And I said, hey, Carl, I was like, just to let you know, I said, I don't know if you know this or not, but I was like, people are going to start asking you, what's going on in your life, because you're going to shine brightly, my friend. When you begin to change, when your life begins to change, it's hard for people not to notice it. And I've helped so many people, and I will tell you that people are going to start asking what you're doing. Hey, Carl, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, at that point, you do have a couple of options, right? So I give them my first option, which is send him to your coach, blah, blah. I said, but in my humble opinion, the second is going to be the best for you and those around you. Your story is so inspiring. Like literally, you shared your journey with me and my hair stood up. I said, but you are going to inspire so many people to change their lives because of your story. You know, are you willing to explore the coaching opportunity with me just to see what this could look like? No strings attached. I just want to show you what's possible with the flip side of Optavia, but there's so much purpose and fulfillment in helping people achieve their goals and helping people change their lives. And your inspiring story is going to go out. Your story that's so inspiring is going to help so many people change their lives. Are you willing to explore this with me? He said, yes. So you have to hear where they're coming from. You have to hear the story that they hear. So when you're on a client celebration call, you need to be quiet and write the main points down that they're telling you, because those main points are going to be the points you're going to attach yourself to offer coaching, right? A young mom wants to stay home because she has 3 little ones. Guess what? Girl, I did it. You so can do it too. If I did it, if Cynthia did it, if all these moms in my team did it, you can do it too. Like, why not? You know, if someone can't afford the program, I don't have any more money to do this, but golly, I wish I could keep going. Well, how much weight have you lost? I've lost 30 pounds so far, but my husband said there's just no more money. Well, who's noticing your weight loss? Well, all these people are noticing my weight loss. Well, why don't we share this with them? You know, Optavia pays us so generously to help other people get healthy. What if we coach other people together and you get paid? You know, if you help 5 people get healthy, you're gonna make about $456. That's gonna boom cover your kit and then some. Do you see the different roles, like the different opportunities to offer coaching? It's going to be different for everybody, but your skill has to be listening to where they're at in their journey and then posturing coaching there, right? Oh my gosh, Deborah, I see you hang out with all these people. Chanda, you're always on Friday mornings. I see you with all these like ladies, like, I wish I had something like that. Why can't I be a part of something like that? Like, how do you do it? Girl, you should join my community. You should be a part of this. We're part of a really, really big mission. Like, we're helping the world get healthy. We're helping America get healthy. And in the process, I'm hanging out with amazing people who are challenging me to level up, who are challenging me to grow, who are challenging me to be the best version of me. There is room in my space for you. Do you want to explore the opportunity? I'll send you some information. We can hop on a call, no strings attached, and I'll tell you all about my journey, and I'll tell you what's possible with Optavia. What do you think about that? You see how there's so many different opportunities for people to coach? You have to get good at listening to them, and the skill is going to be on how you are going to connect them to Optavia. But this has got to be done in every client celebration call. If you truly want to impact the world, if you truly want to create change, if you truly want to create a business of freedom, then you're going to have to bring so many with you, right? And everybody's reasoning is different. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, like, I'm so excited. I'm not pregnant anymore because I want to run. Like, I want to do this with you guys. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to start leading with my health. I mean, I want to do everything I need to do to double my business because I want to help more people. I want to increase my income. I want to bring more people to Ignite Health, more change. I want that. So if you want to join me, let's do this together. Let's do this together. But it's going to start with all of us. It's going to start with all of us changing our perspective on how we posture coaching. And it's just got to come naturally. Anybody you talk to, oh my God, this is so going to work for you. Let me tell you a little bit about Optavia. Let me tell you about what this can do for your life. Okay? So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there because today the coach that I helped, she was like, man, I wouldn't have postured it that way, but that was amazing. Like, you just talked about his story being inspiring, and now he wants to get on that Coach Explore with us, you know? So it's going to be different for everybody. Just get good, get at that skill set of listening, writing down the main points, and then posturing coaching based on those points. So I'm going to pass it to Cynthia real quick. We're going to shift topics a little bit and just kind of talk a little bit about what this power hour is going to look like. And then if you guys have any questions, we'll answer them and then we'll wrap it up. Cynthia, my friend.
Yes. Thank you for that reminder about coaching, because we can make it so complicated and then yet keep it simple. And when we know and have that conviction of what that did to us, it's here, let me share my screen. It becomes so easy to share. Are you able to make me a host? Okay. Who here does not know what a hub is or a power hour is? And if you don't, that's okay. You could just, okay, sharing my screen. Okay. So are you able to see? Press that thumbs up. I see Deborah. Okay. Okay. So this hub thing, it's new. Okay. So if you don't know about it, that's totally fine. And it's magic because it's put everything you need to know, basically, it's thrown in there. That's the only link that you need. And I have this pinned, so whenever I open a new browser, it'll come up. My daily hub is here. Okay, so I suggest you do that. My simple system, my Facebook, my Optavia Connect, like documents that I need. All I have to do is click on it. If you don't have this document, we will put it in Leaders in Progress. And as we work on getting started on it next week, you will find announcements and more stuff on this week on in Leaders in Progress. So basically, it's going to give us it's going to walk us through the power hour that we're going to be doing, right? And if you don't know what a power hour means, it's an hour, intentional hour dedicated to your business a day, where we add friends, we reply to the posts, to the stories, right? Or at times, if we have the post already up to go, we post it and we work those conversations, right? And really, if we are intentional, 1 hour is more than enough to hit ED if you haven't, right? Really, intentionality is key, right? And so this walks us through it. There's a bunch of things that are little components separated. The first one is creating your list. As you know, when you go on to make conversations, you do have to have an intentional list and not just go randomly message people and not know how we connected to them. So if you click on it, right, it's going to help you create your list. It's so neat, right? And little video to show you how to do that. So as you can see, if you are starting day one as a brand new coach or have never done a power hour, this will guide you through it. It's pretty neat. So how to create your list, right? It's here. And how to organize your list. Let's just click on it. Okay, that's the first time I'm seeing this, by the way. So express interest. If you've done a health assessment, it's really key to jot these down, because you stay organized and it's easy to follow up on people. This is neat, editable hundreds list, okay? So we're gonna go back to this, there you go, the system, okay? So how the whole thing works, right? Whatever I just mentioned, we're gonna have conversations, add new friends, and the whole thing. I would suggest you kind of take a look at this, but our first power hour, we will go through it and kind of guide you through it, okay? This is choose a plan and track it. Okay, I would say if you have time this week, go ahead and choose which track you want, and your actions are going to be different based on where you stand. You want to pick a beginner's plan, ready for more, or go all in, right? The intensity and the frequency of your work will be a little bit different. And if we just, for example, click on it, it's going to be according to your goals, right? If you want to move up 1 point, I would say picking between the basic and the middle one would be good. It's all depending on how much time you want to dedicate, by when you want to hit your goals. And so this will really help you. As you can see, as you go in, it has links to within to help you understand the system, to create your list, to have a tracking sheet, to track how many conversations you're doing, how many friends you're adding, right? And then what's neat, look at this, guys. It will tell you what to do on day one, okay? And day two, and for the 30 days that we're gonna be doing this, okay? It will tell you how many combos and friend requests and a power post, ideas on power posts, right? Let's just click on this. And everything is saved up here, which is pretty neat, right? And then on how to post. So if you want to do engagement posts, and as we do the power post, we'll talk about what engagements do, but everything, you have an archive of engagement posts here. And then we have an archive of before and afters, right? Archive of just healthy posts, you know, like if you wonder if like Priscilla's posting this, like where did she get this from? And I know posts circulate, but here it's all an archive of everything. So basically we have no excuses of not doing this. What should I post? They're all in here. That's what I love about this. So basically, you know, that's mainly this whole thing. Is under one link. That's the hub. If we refer to the hub, I would say 2 key points that we'll go over this week before we get started is choose the track you want to go ahead and work with, and then have a list of people there, right? We'll start working on that and working on posts, adding friends, and we'll do it step by step. And as Priscilla mentioned, we'll record this. The funny thing is I did a power hour and I played one that was recorded and it was silence. And at one point I forgot I had it on play, and then somebody spoke and I'm like, who is this? You know, but she said time is up. So it was really cool because it kept me really focused, right? I was really intentional about the work, and you really stop scrolling. Because I mean, let's face it, we're all guilty of starting something and the next thing you know, it's like 30 minutes pass and oh my gosh, I didn't even do my power hour. And it's really cool to track it together, because I guarantee you, if you have that list and we can check weekly how many of them became clients, that's pretty neat. So we're excited to do this as a team. It's been going around and other people have been doing it, but why not us? Like collectively seeing our faces, and it'll bring us closer to. We will set the guidelines in Leaders in Progress. We do want it to be super intentional. So if you have questions right now, you know, it's a good idea to go to your mentor coach and just ask questions, so you're not like day one completely lost. You know, do some homework, go over it, familiarize yourself with the hub, so you're ready to
Where can
get
we
started.
find the hub?
So we will post it in Leaders if it's not, because it's in other groups.
Can you post it in Leaders in Progress, and then also post it in the announcements so that people can go to the announcements and it's always just up there at the top?
Yeah, we will combine. Once we do an announcement, we'll just put everything, I guess, under one, or we can create a guide and then under a guide of power hours, so everything's condensed there.
Okay, and then we'll put it in the announcements.
Yeah, we'll see if Kim can do that, because she's an admin, but we'll figure it out. Okay, I could throw it in the chat here too in the meantime, but
for those of you guys that want to bring it right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
but we can pin the announcement and then we'll drop it there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I hope you're excited about this, because I know I am. I love, and I feel like it's like you're going to work, right? This feels like, okay, you guys are the coworkers, right? And as a teamwork, it just creates that environment, right, to get to work. So yeah.
And I see some faces I don't recognize. Brenda, welcome. Do you want to mute yourself and tell us how long have you been coaching and who your coach is? Oh, she muted herself. Can she unmute?
There. My coach is Deborah Borg. And so I have been coaching for 7 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I have my first client. So I think about maybe almost a month, not quite.
That's
but
awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun and exciting. Today was her first day, so
yay! Well,
I'll be checking in with her here in just a minute. So
well, welcome to the team. So excited
to have you.
And I see Tina Alvarez too, but she doesn't show. I didn't see her, but I heard her breathing. But welcome, Tina. If you can hear us, we're so happy to have you here with us too. It's exciting. There she is. Who's your coach, Tina?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So my coach is Linda, and I signed up for coaching the first day I actually joined.
Wow.
But I haven't actually been active coach. I'm kind of starting up now. Linda's been guiding me through it. So
Love it.
It's a little nerve-wracking because I'm not comfortable with the whole, posting of myself and all that, but I'm trying to, break the shell and get a little more comfortable with it.
Oh yeah, girl, your story is going to inspire so many people to want to change, and just your story is going to bring hope. So
Thank
when you tell yourself that story versus the story of, oh, I don't know that I want to share this with people, you can tell yourself two stories. And I would encourage you to tell yourself the story that's going to serve you and serve other people. And that's going to be the one, hey, you know what? My story can change somebody's life. So
Sure.
I'm going to go ahead and post it because there's people out there who are looking for what I have. So
Yeah.
notice how you switch the story in your mind, and it
Yeah.
can take you a long way. So welcome, girl. You are going to
Thank
grow
you.
so much
Thank
as
you.
a coach.
Appreciate it. Thank
Sometimes
you.
we think we're on this call to change people's lives, and then in the process, your life ends up changing
Right.
because it's awesome. We're excited to have you. My hope and my desire is to see like 50, 60 faces by the end of this year on this call. And if we can really create that culture of coaching, like really truly understanding what sponsoring looks like, you guys, we can impact so many people. We've seen so many other organizations catch fire because they got it. And it's our turn. It's our turn to go out there and bring impact and change people, but we cannot do this alone. We need to link arms, and we need to share this with as many people as we can so that we can go and impact the world in a major way. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you so much for being on with us. We'll see you guys next Monday. Take care.